name is Ruben, and today I am recording the third episode for the three stock picks of mine, the DEF for this episode. If you want to watch our previous video where we looked at the ABC stocks, that they seem to get a decent number of views. But before we get into the video, please note I'm not a financial advisor, nor am I providing any financial advice. I'm just the guy showing you how to use a app or today on a website. If you do want to invest in the stock market, please understand the risk that you are taking. Do all your research before investing any of your money into any stock. Make an informed decision. You do work hard for your money and do know where you're putting your money in. As we get into this video, I just want to preface or do a quick definition. We are on the Easy Equities website. There is a help center on the website. And just for today's video, because we are doing DEF, my second option is an E, but in order for you to understand what that is, I just need a preface or go through what a mutual fund is. So quick definition over here: a mutual fund is an investment vehicle managed by a professional investment manager with pooled money from multiple investors, with shares representing each investor's respective stakes. They currently provide exposure to stocks, bonds, commodities, and other assets. For a simplified explanation, please read on. Imagine a diversified group of would-be investors who've all recently heard of the benefits of investing. They all spend some time reading, researching, and generally trying to figure out the best way to invest in the stock market. They could each purchase a few stocks on their own and build up a portfolio over time. But in order to benefit from diversification, they wonder how they find the time or resources to manage a portfolio of 50 or 100 stocks. After chatting to one another, they decide to get together, pool all of their money, and hire a professional investment manager to invest it for them. The tricky bit is how to maintain clear records of ownership, so to keep track of who invested what. They decide to allocate shares to each investor, representing each of their respective stakes in the total investment. In order for investors to understand what their investments are worth every day, the mutual fund tallies up the value of everything it owns and divides it by the number of shares that exist. Under the structure, investors know exactly what each share is worth, and if they want to buy more shares, they know exactly the amount of cash to send the mutual fund for each share. Similarly, if they want to sell shares, they know exactly how much cash to expect in return. It's an elegant system which has been around for many years. So that there is a mutual fund. ETFs or exchange traded funds are the particular type of mutual fund that Easy Equities provides access through the tax-free savings account. So for more information on ETFs, I will provide the link down below, but for this video I just wanted to give a preface of what a mutual fund is, because when I do get into the three different stocks, they do make mention of a mutual fund, so just so that you guys have an understanding of it. As mentioned, we are doing the three stock picks. First one is D. We will be going through D, E, and F. But the first one for today is DCX10. DCX10, as the name suggests, there are 10 crypto assets here. Basically, the crypto assets are 10. I think the majority of them are on Bitcoin, or majority of the holding of this asset is Bitcoin. But if you were to go over onto coindesk.com, there you can see the top 10 market cryptocurrencies based on market capitalization. I can read up the top 5 for you because I do have it up over here. It's Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, which is Ripple, Bitcoin Cash, and Bitcoin SV. Cryptocurrency really taken the world by storm. I think there is a couple videos on how to invest in cryptocurrencies directly via another platform known as Binance.com. Binance.com is a trading platform of sorts. I really enjoy using that there for my cryptocurrencies and stuff because I prefer buying the actual coin themselves. But it seems like Bitcoin is affected by the market and the way in which it behaves. As you can see, as always, we're going through to the March period. So the 6th of March, you can see DCX10 went down by 11.44 Rand. and currently trading at a price of 21.44. So you would have made double your money, more or less, if you had invested in March. And yeah, cryptocurrency, another way to diversify your risk within the stock market, as most people do believe that cryptocurrency is not a real thing, it's not tangible, it's not a thing that people would be using in the next couple of years or so, but that's opinion. If you do your research and you do understand what it is, do invest in it, do invest your time in it, and understand what it is all about instead of listening to what people have to say. Okay, so first stock over here is DCX10. Nice stock because it does diversify your portfolio and also is the only crypto asset on the Easy Equities platform, which makes this here also a go-to stock for me personally. If we go back to the invest now, the next stock over here for me is not necessarily a specific stock. I'm going to show you how to look at the top 10 ETFs, but yes, E is ETF. I'm going to click on the Easy ETFs banner here on the top, and here Easy Equities, an amazing app, as I've always mentioned, actually breaks down for you the top 10 ETFs. So what makes ETFs different from your equities and other categories on the Easy Equities website? Basically, an ETF can hold many shares across various industries, or it could be isolated to one particular industry or sector. So immediately you can see there you are basically reducing the amount of risk that you expose yourself to if you do choose an ETF that is within various industries, or you could increase your risk by looking at one particular industry but then choosing multiple different companies in that industry. So in a way, increasing your risk but also reducing it by the number of companies that you look at within that industry or that sector. Easy to buy, easy to sell. Purchase an ETF with one easy single transaction. Your risk is spread. A single ETF holds various shares. That is very important. Many ETFs qualify for tax-free savings account. Another beautiful thing about Easy Equities is that they have the tax-free savings account, which allows you to actually purchase your own ETFs and basically earn interest on your tax-free savings account. Me personally, I've been using Easy Equities now for about 2.5 years. Every single year, I try and make sure I max out my tax-free savings money for the year. I think it is at 36,000 Rand now for the financial year. And every single year, I've been making sure I max out that there because that there's free money for me. I don't get taxed on the interest I earn on my tax-free savings account. When I left it in the bank, I was earning, I think, about like 4 or 5%. It was really low. Whereas now, I can basically earn any percentage. If I do my research, understand where I'm putting my money in, I can earn in excess of the 5, 6, 7% that is offered by standard or the usual financial institutions such as banks. So yeah, that's a nice thing about the tax-free savings account on Easy Equities with regards to the ETFs. But ETFs that I will be looking at for my stock today is rhodium. Rhodium is basically a material or commodity that is currently way undervalued in my opinion. Beginning of the year, I think rhodium and palladium were in numbers like up by 100% and 200%. I think the yearly view on rhodium was in excess of 1000% growth. So rhodium really something that is a precious metal. Here we can just read a bit about the distinction of it. I'm not going to go through it. I think it's only fair that you guys go and do some exploring of your own on this Easy ETF side. But we can just look at the pricing here quickly. Again, let's just go to March. Every single time you come to March, 670 Rand on the 19th of March. It is trading today at 1,604 Rand. So basically, you would have made almost 3 times your money if you invested in its short period in March. If we go to the max view, here it was at 2,112 Rand on the 11th of March 2020. Basically, as I said, in excess of 1,000%. Ridiculous, I tell you. But yeah, that's a rhodium from my E pick this week. Remember choosing it because E is for ETFs, and that's the reason why we chose it here. Another thing that we will be looking at is the F. Um, F, if we come here, F, I am going to be choosing First Rand. First Rand Limited. So basically, First Rand is an equities banks. The reason why I keep First Rand within my stock portfolio is because the dividends within banking industries are really high. My goal for investing is to make sure that I have a dividend paying stock. If you can see this 28.03 cents, that there is dividends that I received from, I believe, Coronation. And yeah, every single month I get a dividend back in, and I'm just trying to build off of that there. So by the time I reach retirement, which I'm looking at about 10 to 15 years from now, that there should be enough for me to actually earn an income from. But yeah, that's just the reason why I chose First Rand for myself. Just basically their dividend payments have been really decent, and yeah. So for those of you that don't know, First Rand basically is a principal group that has FNB, Ashburton, RMB, Westbank below them. Ashburton, another investment company, RMB, Rand Merchant Bank. A lot of private banking, investing happens there, and FNB is usually the massive commercial banking for the majority of South Africans, and retail and commercial bank. And yeah, here on the side of here you can read FNB, Africa, RMB, Westbank, and FCC. First Rand Corporate Center is what FCC stands for, and yeah, basically they're across the whole of Africa, as well as they have motor novo financing in the United Kingdom. RMB also has below them, I believe, Hyphen. There's also direct access. So a lot of companies are below First Rand, which makes them a really good place to invest in. The current price at 43 Rand, I'm a bit touch and go on that there. I do believe it should be at around 30 Rand or so, but yeah, 45, 43 Rand, I mean, like, that's decently priced. If we go to the 6-month view, just so that we can see at March. Here March, you can see 33 and 90. Again, that there is something that I would have expected for this stock, but in any event, it is looking like it's on the rise. If we go to the 1-year view, yeah, you can also see a massive dip here when it came into March, and a slow gradual uptick here. But yeah, we'll see what happens with this year, especially for banking industries, and yeah, with regards to coronavirus and stuff, a lot of business banking, commercial banking people might be getting retrenched and stuff across South Africa. So with regards to how banks actually operate moving forward, it will be interesting to see. But yeah, that's my stock pick for F, is First Rand. Another reason why I chose it, again, is just because of the dividend pricing for it. And that basically caps our video for today, guys. If we just do a quick summary, DCX10, our E was an ETF which is a type of mutual fund, which I explained at the start of the video. It's not a type, sorry, it's a similar to a mutual fund. And the third thing was First Rand Limited. If you guys did enjoy the video, please hit the like button down below. It doesn't cost you anything to do it. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.